Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Gen Politics. So, Trump has sent out this message saying, "We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the capital. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border. We went from millions pouring in to zero in the last few months. This will be easier. Be prepared. There will be no Mr. Nice Guy. We want our capital back. Thank you for your attention on this matter." So Trump is absolutely right to send out this message because DC needs to be cleaned up. It is a disaster. It's one of the least safe cities in the country. It's gross. It's disgusting. There's homeless people everywhere. There's crime all the time. It just is a bad place to live. And every city, frankly, needs to be cleaned up in the United States. We have third world cities in a first world country, but DC is an exception to the sort of system we have because it can directly be intervened by the federal government, which it should be. We should want our nation's capital to be the safest, the cleanest, the prettiest city in the entire country. People visit from all over the United States to DC every year. There's field trips for children. There's people who go there to pay their respects at the various monuments. You have foreigners come in and visit because it's the nation's capital. You want those people to be safe. You want it to be clean. You want it to be a representation of America, our strength, our ability to do whatever we put our mind to. That's kind of the American essence. But we don't have that right now. It's very unsafe. It's a bad place to live. And it's really, really pathetic. And so we need to do this. We need to clean up DC. It can send a strong message for Trump's presidency. He wants to be known as the law and order president. If he can take that energy of shutting down the border and use it to clean up DC and say, look, there doesn't have to be crime in big cities in this quantity. We don't have to let the streets be filled with garbage. We can actually do something about it. We can actually make it look nice. Yeah, it takes effort. It takes involvement from the city, and it takes financial backing to do it. It's not like this is going to be totally cheap, totally free, and without any resistance, because clearly you're going to have to lock up all the criminals and the homeless you're going to have to do something with. But it's a necessary process. It needs to be done. And it sends the message to the rest of the cities around the country. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to be attacked randomly in the middle of the night. You don't have to have no-go zones in your own cities. Other countries don't have cities as violent as we do. And it's really, really shameful that allegedly the most powerful country on the planet, the richest country on the planet, has some of the worst cities on the planet. It's really, really sad. And so I want to see this done. I want to see DC be pristine and beautiful. I want to see people be able to walk around at 3 a.m. without getting robbed or murdered or beat up like that Doge employee was attacked. We don't want that anymore. And this lie that we've been sold that it's like, okay, you just have problems that you have to put up with, you have to deal with, right? It's just the natural consequences of living in a city. It's like, no, it's not. It's the natural consequence of living in a city where the government doesn't care about you, where they don't put the resources where they actually should, where people are talking about defunding the police. You're just going to have giant violent crime waves that go up over time, and the criminals will get more bold. The homeless will just sleep wherever they want and leave their garbage everywhere. They just get bolder and bolder until you finally lock down and keep them from participating in any of those activities. So we will see if this is actually accomplished or if this is all just talk. It would be awesome if it was accomplished, but that's just up to Trump and how much will he's going to put into this. I think as a representation to the rest of the country, it should be done as effectively as possible. And we should have this movement across the country to clean up our cities and actually arrest criminals and actually make them look nice and pretty in places you want to stay and not just have problems that you just had to put up with. That's been like the ethos for a long time is, well, there's just things you just had to put up with. And it's like Trump is kind of channeling this very young far-right energy that says there is no problem that is too big for us to tackle. There is nothing that we should have to put up with. If we see a problem, we should make it better. And if Trump is actually going to follow through on that, he's got my full support on this. So that's my thoughts on this. If you made it all the way through the video, I appreciate it. If you like the content, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And thank you for watching.